Hey guys, Jonny May here, and welcome to this week's quick tip where I'm going to teach you 3 essential techniques for improvising slow blues piano. Now, when students want to learn slow blues improv, they learn the blues scale, but they don't really learn what to do with that blues scale to make their improvisation interesting. So in today's quick tip, I'm going to teach you 3 of my favorite techniques to help you take your blues playing to the next level. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, if you want to play blues piano, the first step is to make sure you know your blues chords. If you already know your chords, you can skip ahead where I teach you the 3 techniques. But if you don't know your blues chords, here they are. There are only 3 chords you need to know. C7, C, E, G, B flat. F7, which is C, E flat, F, and A, and then a G7. G7 is D, F, G, and B. Okay? 3 chords, that's it. That's all you need to know to play the blues. Now, you need to know the 12-bar blues form. This is your order of chords. So this is all written out here. Basically, we have one measure of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, then a measure of F, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 measures of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 2 measures of F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 measures of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have a quick measure of G, 1, 2, 3, 4, then a quick measure of F7, 1, 2, 3, 4, a measure of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a quick measure of G7, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now when you're playing the slow blues, typically you want to put a chord on every beat. We call this a 4 on the floor. So this is going to be a really nice left-hand accompaniment, and this is actually something that you can practice with the backing track as well. Now before I move you along, you can do a deep dive of the 12-bar blues form and the blues chords in our 10-lesson blues challenge over at Piano with Jonny. But I do want to move you on. I want to talk about these 3 techniques, and the first thing you need to know is how to harmonize your blues scale, okay? And this is where I hear most students not really playing the full potential of the blues scale because they're just playing the single notes of the blues scale, and you can actually do a ton of harmonizing. Okay, which sounds so cool, and it's actually not very hard to play. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to take our C blues scale, C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, and B flat, and we're going to harmonize the bottom 5 notes of the C blues scale with a high note C. Okay, so go ahead and put your pinky on that high C, and now grab that low C on the bottom, and we're going to go index finger on E flat, index finger on F, 3rd finger on the F sharp, and 3rd finger on the G. Okay, and then you can bring it back down. I like to do my 3rd finger on the F sharp. If you can't reach that, you can also do your 2 finger on the F sharp, then 2 finger on the F, 2 finger on the E flat, and then thumb on the C. Okay? Now this is going to sound so cool when you start creating lines because you can start to create lines like this where you're connecting different octaves of the piano. If you guys are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. Okay, so I want to move you on. I want to talk about these 3 exercises. The first is an 8th note exercise. I love this sound. Check it out, guys. Okay, that's your 8th note sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, a great way to practice the 8th note sound is with this 8th note exercise that's up here on the top left of your screen. The way it goes, and this is something that you can practice on 12-bar blues, but I start here, so I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? Basically, I'm grabbing F sharp and C, G and C, F sharp and C, F and C, E flat and C, and then the octave Cs. That's it, okay? So we're gonna do this over our 12-bar blues form, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, then we change to F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we continue our 12-bar blues form. So let's go ahead and play it with the backing track, and I'll show you how to create some really cool lines with this. Here we go. 3 and 4. There's the F7, back to C. Think about your accents. Notice I'm accenting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can change your pattern. 1 and 2 and 3. You can also accent the ands. You can also change the exercise to your own pattern if you'd like. All right, so that's your eighth note exercise. If you want to develop your left hand a little more, you can do a stride pattern like this. That's totally fine. Root chord like this, or if you're more of an advanced pianist, you can also do like this. Okay, we do have a full course on this topic over at Piano with Jonny where you learn 16 different left-hand slow blues patterns if you want to develop that a little bit more. But how do you play interesting lines using this technique? Well, first of all, you can play any of these notes. And the key is to leave little gaps in between your phrases. But here's another really cool trick. I can start up high and transition into a lower position by using the blues scale. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a harmonized line, and then I cross over B flat, G, and now I can harmonize down here. And this is really cool. You can start way up high and use this technique all the way down the piano. Do want to make a quick note, the lesson sheet music you're seeing on the top left of the screen is downloadable and printable over at pianowithjonny.com. You can also change the key with a click of one button. You can practice this in all 12 keys with our smart sheet music, and you can download the backing track. I'll put a link to all of that below, but I do want to teach you the triplet exercise, and if you want to take it to the next level, you got to be able to play triplets. Here's your triplet sound. I love the triplet sound. It is so much fun to play. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're basically taking that blues scale, harmonizing it with that high C, but we're doing a triplet figure, okay? Triplets go triplet, 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 triplet. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, okay? Here's a little exercise to practice your triplets. We're gonna go triplet. So we're going F sharp, G, F sharp, F, E flat, C, and then the same thing, F sharp, G, F sharp, F, E flat, C, okay? We're gonna do 3 of these per chord. Triplet, 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 triplet. And again, you can practice this over the 12-bar blues form. Let's go ahead and play it once with the backing track, and I'll show you how to create some lines with it. Here we go. Nice work. You can change up your left hand. Here's a different left hand. And here's a bigger left hand. Here's your G chord. We're gonna go ahead and stop there. You get the idea for the exercise. If you want to create lines using your triplets, you can do the same thing that we did earlier. Basically, you can play any combination of these notes. The key is to leave little gaps in between your lines. And then the other cool thing is you can start high on this one. You can come all the way down the piano. It's super, super fun to play. I do want to mention another very fun slow blues course over at Piano with Jonny. It's called Bernie's Slow Blues. It's a ton of fun. We talk about how to take a lead sheet and develop it into the slow blues sound. It's a ton of fun. Okay, last exercise, slides. If you want to play blues, you gotta be able to play slides. Here's your slide sound. Okay, that is the coolest sound, I think, is when you can do harmonized slides. That's exactly what we're gonna do here. Okay, harmonized slides, basically, we're gonna take that high note C, we're gonna slide the G below that C with the third finger, like that, okay? So we're grabbing the G flat up to the G, okay? And then you can do down slide like this, down to the F with the C on the top, okay? So that's the up slide, that's the down slide, up slide, down slide. And you can practice this just like this, all right? Now the exercise goes 1, 2, so 2 times on the G, and then down slide F, 3, and 4. That's single notes E flat C. Very simple exercise. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's go ahead and play with the backing track, and then we're gonna improvise with it. And here we go. You can change the rhythm a little bit, make it your own. All right, let's go ahead and stop the backing track again. You can practice this over at Piano with Jonny. Now, how do you create lines with this? The same thing we've been doing. You can also come down the scale. The real key is to leave gaps in between your lines. The final technique I want to teach you is how to combine all 3 of these elements, eighth notes, triplets, and slides. Here we go. We're going to play with the backing track, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what I'm doing. Here we go. Simple eighth notes. Let's do some slides. Let's do some triplets. Slides. Let's do a triplet line down the piano. All right, guys, thanks for watching this quick tip, and if you enjoyed this lesson, I want to encourage you to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 700 step-by-step lessons in blues, boogie-woogie, jazz, cocktail jazz, Latin jazz, theory, technique, improvisation. It is the full learning platform for all playing levels. Also want to encourage you to check out the Piano with Jonny membership. This gives you unlimited access to our entire course library, plus you get to be part of our live monthly events, including our live Q&As, our live workshop lessons. We do student assessments where you can send me a video and I'll give you personalized feedback. We do weekly challenges for our members, and we have a ton of fun. So go check out Piano with Jonny, and I'll see you in the next quick tip.